And we hit a new low today. We're actually going to turn this also into a Q&A. I'll probably be in bed by 9. Good morning, YouTube, or it is still the morning. It's 9 a.m. Welcome back to another YouTube video in the life of an amateur and BC wellness competitor and a corporate girly and a CrossFit coach and all the things. We are about 3.5 weeks out and we hit a new low today, which is super exciting. I'm getting ready. I don't even know what time it is. I'm getting ready to start my day at work. Well, I've been started my day since like 5:30 a.m. Went and I did my cardio. I went and did a little bit of posing. I've been helping a friend from the gym also who's getting ready to compete. We're doing the same show. She's in bikini. I'm in wellness. Went to help her out with her posing and now we're here. We're about to get our breakfast ready and I know Sasha is hungry. So right now I'm gonna knock out a little bit of work and then we're gonna go do our breakie. I might take you guys in a day in the life of what I eat. We are training today. I'm about eating the same shenanigans, just extremely low food. I've changed a little bit of things around, like I'm not doing a shake anymore for my oats because 30 grams of oats is like air. That's where we're at. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when we're getting ready to do our food. Of course, our little princess Sasha has to eat first. So we're gonna get her food ready wherever she's at. She gets chicken broth. I've had about 2 liters of water already, and then I also have my morning digestion drink, which has like L-carnitine, glutamine in it, apple cider vinegar, lemon, a little bit of honey, and salt to wake my body up. Now I'm getting ready to do these oats. Brain cells are thriving. And I do use unsweet almond milk. It says organic, but this is like the only almond milk they sell at Costco. Not that I use organic anything, but just pop this in the microwave for 1:30. While that is heating up, I'm gonna get my blues. And again, not because I use organic stuff. However, these blueberries, they're ginormous. I'm about to show y'all. Compared to the other bag I was buying, look at the size of these bloobs. I mean, they're big. They're real big. All right, so blueberries are warming up. You guys know I love to use the Prozis Hydro Isolate Protein. This is so clean, easy to digest. It's not heavy on your stomach at all. I mean, I haven't, like, these are one of the first proteins I think I feel like that. And I do have a discount code. By all means, shop till you drop and use my discount code that I'll link right below or have right below. I do put creatine in this meal. This I just get from Costco. And then salt. Then I'm just gonna mix it up. And we're going to top it off with almond butter. This is kind of what it looks like. I am so ready to eat this meal real quick. The macros or measurements for this meal. It is 30 grams of oats, 100 grams of bloobs, 20 grams of protein powder, a scoop of creatine, 10 grams of almond butter, and then a pinch of salt. Remember, this is what my coach has me eating, so definitely an idea for you to have. It's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. See you on the next meal. I'm grabbing coffee and then we have to jump on a meeting, get that meeting out the way, but I need my caffeine first. So I just want to show you guys I have 2 shots of espresso black for my first cup of coffee of the day. Hello. Hey. we're back for meal number 2. I did start my second 64-ounce water, so I drank my supplements already, which, you know, I take liver cleanse, Tedka. I'm taking a lot of stuff to help my digestive system, to help like choline, to help for fatty acid digestion, digestive enzymes I try to take with all my carb meals and anything with fats in it. And I'm a little tired, but part of the process. This meal, oh, before I keep eating, sourdough toast. My coach took my sourdough off on rest days, so I look forward to it on leg days. 2 eggs and 100 grams of, I'm losing my brain today, 100 grams of egg whites. So I have 2 eggs, 100 grams of egg whites, and sourdough toast, which is supposed to be 50 grams, but one toast, the way the bakery cuts it, actually equals 50 grams. So I've been blessed. Let me take a We're actually going to turn this also into a Q&A. I did a Q&A box on my Instagram a while back. I didn't think I was going to get questions, but I did. One of them was like, why did I select the wellness division over any other categories? So originally when I started bodybuilding back in 2022, I was a competitor in CrossFit. Switched over to bodybuilding because I wanted to do something different. Also, my back was pretty banged up from CrossFit. I chose the wellness category because at the time, I was in between bikini and wellness. My legs grow. Like I have the capability to grow my legs, and I have grown into the wellness category. I have more to grow into it, but I am or was a little bit too developed for bikini. And so I would have to completely train my training style. And I just I love to train legs. I like to train legs. I don't really need any more upper body because, I mean, she's a little big. I chose it just because of my body development, and I like how the girls looked on stage at the time when I was trying to pick what I wanted to fit in. I like their physiques. I like how they're looking. I like the big glutes and the big legs. And bikini was just too thin for me, and I don't look good thin. I can't be thin. My genetics won't let me. It was really more so because I like the look, and I've been able to grow my body into it the past 3 years. So that's really what it is. We'll see what look we give the judges this year and what they say this year. Obviously, overall, I need growth for a national show, but definitely fit the wellness category. Getting some more work done and having a little pick-me-up tea. It's just black tea. I like black tea a lot because I feel like it calms you and soothes you and helps with cortisol levels. So I can have one throughout the day, and they don't have a lot of caffeine. Just an English breakfast black tea as I'm knocking out more work on top of my work. Meal 3 is in about 20 minutes, so I will show you guys soon. Meal 3. We are getting ready for meal number 3. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my energias are so low right now. I thought that tea was gonna do something. I need the real deal. I need some black coffee. I'm thinking about doing an iced coffee, but no, we'll just do black. Black is safe. Let's prep meal number 3. I thought my sweet potatoes were gonna be ready in time, but they're not, so we're gonna have to do rices. Here's meal number 2, and of course I'm having a Zevia. Quick look at it before I munch it down. I keep saying meal number 2. It's freaking meal number 3. It's been about a month since I switched over to Zevias, or sparkling water drinks, because of my gallbladder issues. One, I think it's made a difference. These are much more natural, caffeine free. They actually taste really good. Prior to me finding out I was having gallbladder issues, I'm not gonna lie, I was drowning down Cokes. Not Coke, Diet Cokes. Diet Dr. Pepper and and all this other stuff. And I just had to switch a lot of things around, especially in the off season. I'm probably have to be careful with the fats that I eat. I am going to a GI specialist. We're gonna do an endoscopy before I have surgery lined up to remove my gallbladder, but she wants to run a couple tests before we make that final decision. She thinks it could be something else. But in this meal, I have right now, sad, 60 grams of rice, 90 grams of lean protein, and 80 grams of veggies. I've been doing green beans, especially the last couple weeks. Green beans and shredded lettuce. So good. We have to answer another question. Alright, next question. Tell us about your fitness journey. For example, sports growing up, CrossFit, and bodybuilding. I grew up playing basketball around 6th grade. So I have a background in basketball. I ran track and played basketball in high school. And I played like 2 seasons of soccer. Then my freshman year of college, I got introduced into CrossFit by a friend a classmate. I saw her one day with like a gallon of water. And I said, why are you drinking a gallon of water? That's where my CrossFit journey started. I did CrossFit and competed for about 8 years. And then it got to the point where, I'm not gonna lie, I was a heavy hitter. I was cleaning 225 pounds. I had a 300-pound squat. And so I just banged up my back really bad. And I found out last year I even have like a 13th vertebrae, and like I have a 6th bone in my lumbar. Not into recovery and stretching like I am now, so that's where kind of a lot of my pain, and I just have to be super careful when I'm lifting. Oh, even when I'm like bending down to pick something up, I have to be mindful of how I'm bending and how I'm picking things up. So then in 2022 is where I started my bodybuilding journey. I kind of started into bikini, like I mentioned before, then did my first show in 2023. Came last in open, but all the other girls had like 5+ years of training bodybuilding style on top of me. Whereas I had a very CrossFit body type developed. I definitely had to switch my training around. The last 3 years I've taken off to just build the physique we're working with today, which I'm like super excited about. But you know, even my coach already told me like, you need more growth. You just need more growth, and that's fine. It takes years to grow muscle. It's not like, boom, 3 months later, I have these massive quads. No, it takes freaking years, and it's not just training. It's your nutrition. It's how much you're fueling your body. I know with my previous coach, there was a time where I got my calories all the way up to 3,000 a day, which is honestly my goal after my competition season. Is I want my coach to feed me. I mean, like, feed me. I might look different because every prep you go through and every reverse you go to, and then your off-season body just looks different. You're gonna be fluffy. I mean, it is unhealthy and not sustainable to be the level of lean that I am. It's miserable, actually. I enjoy the process. So that is kind of my background into sports and how I've stuck with bodybuilding, just because I like how I look. I like the training. I like the mentality and the discipline it takes to do this sport. And it's something that I've always struggled with. Like, my relationship with food has not been the best, but bodybuilding has made it better. Now, there are downfalls. That's not the same for everybody. Like, you can fall into an eating disorder. You can fall into binge eating because you do deprive yourself and you restrict yourself so much that some people can't handle it, and I mean, they go into a binge eating phase. So that kind of happened to me after my first show, just because you don't understand your hormones. You know, you're trying to regulate your leptin hormone again, and it's just understanding like your body and understanding yourself. And it's also like, are you really craving, and do you really find the need to binge, or is it something that you can control? Mind over matter, right? Oh, that was a good question. Now, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next meal. Okay, 3 p.m., still work mode. Have a little bit of football. Had the France and Spain game. It is World Cup season in America. North America. My little pick-me-up, which is my 2 shots of espresso. Qué cosa más rica. I have still about 2.5 or maybe an hour and a half before my next meal. So usually around this time, 3 p.m. is when I make my other black coffee. Drink this, keep working. Later on, probably take Sasha out, and later on do our meals. Pre-workout meal. Coffee is so good. Well, see you guys in a little bit. We are getting ready to do our meal 4, which is our pre-workout meal. Work is done for the day. So I'm gonna prepare in this meal. I have cream of rice, or I can do oats, protein powder, and bananas, because my almond butter for this meal got taken away, unfortunately. With all my carb meals, I take a digestive enzyme. I also take, which I'm going to take right now, I take 2 of these a day, just to give my gallbladder more support. Going in again. And we're adding our salt. So we're getting ready to eat our pre-workout meal, which is 30 grams of cream of rice. The first bite means everything. 30 grams of bananas. And just this week, I got the almond butter taken away. I had almond butter in it, just 10 grams. And man, what a sad time. But this is what happens when you're so close to showing. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'll see you back later after my training session for my post-workout meal. I know I said I was gonna see y'all guys after my after my training session, but completely forgot that I was gonna show you guys my stuff that I've been taking for pre-workout right now. So I take the Big Shot from Prozis pre-workout, and then I also take an amino pump, mix it in with the pre-workout. I start drinking it about now, and then all the way up until like 20 minutes into my training. And then I also take which I can never say it. No idea. But it gives me a good pump, and I can use anything right now to help with this energies. I've been feeling super light the last 2 days. I mean, we're just going downhill. And then also, I take essential aminos that I'm sipping throughout my workout. I think this one is 2 scoops. Yeah. And I do add a little bit of iodide salt to this one for hydration. I've been meaning to get hydration packets from Prozis, but I just haven't. So these are my 2 drinky drinks that I take with me. I start drinking this one, and this one I just drink throughout, and plus I have cardio after, so just gives me a little bit more push that I need. I have a discount code. I have a link on my link tree where you can go check out Prozis website and get whatever it is. They have like the cutest gym clothes, the good supplements, clean proteins. They sell peanut butters, gym equipment, like weightlifting belts, bands, and stuff like that. So it's a pretty neat space, and I really appreciate what they do for me and how they support me and stuff like that. So I love them. All right, now we're heading to the gym to do our workout. See you guys after training. All right, last meal of the day. We have mangoes, mango or pineapples. I just switch around and play with the macros. We have chicken, and I got the last little bit of turkey was left, so I just mixed that, and under a bed of lettuce. No carbs in this meal. So in this meal, I have about 130 grams of mangoes, 90 grams of protein, and then 100 grams of lettuce. I don't really measure my lettuce. Like 100 grams of lettuce is about 14 calories, so it doesn't like really affect or make a huge difference. And then last question of the day that I got is, Why NPC versus OCB? When I started bodybuilding back in 2022, I was introduced to the NPC category by my first coach. Obviously, if you guys know, if you do NPC and not OCB, and this is not for everybody, but you're not natural. I run a couple peptides and I run a couple peptides and I also run a couple fat burners. With that being said, that doesn't mean that it's really a shortcut. Like, you still have to work just as hard if you're on stuff versus not on stuff. Like, I train just as hard as a natural athlete. I do just as much cardio as a natural athlete. That's really the difference with me, is I technically can't compete in OCB because I just run for the fat burners and the peptides. But again, they're not shortcuts. It's taken me 3 years to build the physique that I have, and it can take anyone just as long. So this is the last meal of the day. Oh, and I have my nighttime drinky drink. I have beets root powder, magnesium, and then I also put a little bit of glutamine in here. This is my nighttime drink. I'll take my nighttime supplement with some peppermint tea and chamomile tea, and then we'll call it a night. This has been a full day of eating with about 3.5 weeks out from the first show of the season, or the only show of the season, but we'll see what happens with this season. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then it is about 8:30. I'll probably be in bed by 9. So I'll see you guys on the next vlog. And always remember to be faithful in the little. Bye.